I'm honored. Jake Lingle, Mr. Chicago himself from the Telegraph. Right here on my crime scene.
Don't get too excited, Jarecki. It's just that you've got the only dead body in town right now.
Yeah, well, if you're here, it must be important.
Tell you what we'll do for you, Jake. We'll leave him hanging there till dawn. That way your photog gets a nice light for his picture.
What do you know about him, Jarecki?
Not much. Looks like your typical stock market crash type of suicide to me. He parked his car over here.
His car, the Cadillac?
Yeah.
So he was flush.
Yeah, it looks that way. But then again, how the hell can you tell with the stock market caving in the way it did? Hell, he might be as busted as I am. You want us to leave him hanging there till dawn?
Nah, cut him down. I don't care about suicides. Why are you being so accommodating, Jarecki?
Bill Sullivan is retiring next month. It'll leave the 23rd down a lieutenant. I was thinking a little help. Maybe I could be the guy to fill the spot.
I'm a newspaper stiff, Jarecki. Why are you talking to me about your cop career?
Come on, Jake. Everybody knows you're Chicago's unofficial chief of police. On account of you growing up with Chief Russell. It'll pay off in spades for you down the line if you help me out on this one.
Down the line? How are you gonna take care of me down the line?
For starters, I'll put $1,000 cash in your hand the minute I lose these stripes and get myself some bars. After that, anything happens in the ward, you get the scoop. There'll be other things.
I don't do business on the installment plan, Jarecki. You ready with that grand cash?
On the barrelhead.
Let me think about it.
I'll take care of the press. If that's all right with you, Sergeant.
Evening, Chief.
Howdy, Bill. How you doing?
Okay. What have we got here?
Looks like just another depression suicide. Not much in it for me.
Nothing like a good murder for selling papers. Is there, Jake?
Or even a bad one. Let's say we get out of here. Go get a drink. I'll even let you buy.
Don't you know that's against the law, Jake?
Truck, Sal.
Hey, Jake, what do I look like, Henry friggin' Ford? You want trucks, get trucks. In the meantime, relax. Let me enjoy my favorite movie, all right?
We're down 8.5% last week. Only we're not down because of a lack of production. We're down because of problems with distribution. Now, the reason this pains me is because I predicted this. I tried to get you and Frank to approve buying more rolling stock over a month ago. My pleas fall on deaf ears because of other things. Parties in Miami, plane trips to California.
Jake, you're talking to me about things that ain't none of your business. Now, what is your business, and what I pay you for is to take care of these things. Now, you want trucks, then get trucks. Now, let me watch my movie.
I got a way to make millions. You don't need trucks. We get Louise Brooks to come back from Germany, we'll put her in Stags.
All right, that's it. This is one of the most beautiful women in the world, and you're sitting around here talking like she's some kind of a whore. You all make me sick to my stomach. Now get out of here. Go on, get out of here. You stay put. All right, I got the solution to your problem. We don't need to buy no trucks. We got trucks every day all over the city delivering one thing. Newspapers, Guzik. Telegraph goes everywhere in Chicago. We'll let them help. Now, I want to enjoy this movie, Jake. Either shut up or get out.
Her name is Dory Green. Would you like me to hire her, Colonel McCabe?
No, Hastings, I would like for you to find a reporter already in our employ who can beat her.
Yes, sir.
Next time I read about the escapades of this Elliot Ness, Hastings, I'd like for it to be in my own newspaper.
Yes, sir. I'll get right on it, Colonel McCabe.
Yoo-hoo! Can the Colonel come out and play with Miss Helen now?
Well, yes, I do think I have a little time to play.
So tonight, we take on Bugs Moran.
We're gonna walk in like we belonged and shut down his glorious Sheridan Wave Club on opening night.
Moran is Capone's biggest competitor. By hitting him, aren't we doing Snorky a favor?
No, we're doing ourselves a favor. See, Moran's new club caters to the Gold Coast crowd. So tonight, if we're lucky, we'll bag a big shot or two. That means headlines.
Why do we care about headlines? Shouldn't we be more concerned with running up arrests?
Tony, the people in this city, they see these racketeers as unstoppable. So every story they read about us, it helps us take that myth and kill it.
Which is why Mr. Ness has got a little surprise for you tonight.
We'll have a reporter from the Daily News along with us on the raid tonight. Dory Green.
A lady.
That's right, Steelman.
Yeah, that means you're gonna have to watch your language as well as your aim, Steelman.
Telegraph. Telegraph.
Copy. I yelled for the copy boy, not the city editor, Walter.
Let me see what you've got, Jake. 3 graphs on a suicide.
You want more than 3 graphs? Chase it with one of the Sob sisters. I don't do suicides, Walter. I do crime.
And you're not doing it very well.
What's that supposed to mean?
Dory Green keeps beating you on the Ness stories, Jake. Huh? Yeah, what's the matter? Can't keep up with the little lady.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should think about it, Walter. And maybe Dory Green, the little lady, can do things for Elliot Ness that I'm in no position to do. Things the man upstairs would find unacceptable.
Oh, I didn't know you were religious.
I'm talking about Colonel McCabe.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Jake. 18 years of the Telegraph, he doesn't even know your name. But he knows Elliot Ness's name, and he wants to know why he has to keep reading about him in somebody else's newspaper.
You tell that phony colonel to go to hell if he doesn't like what I'm doing, Walter. I worked for everything I got. Every damn thing. And you tell him, when Elliot Ness does something worth writing about, then Elliot Ness will get his name in the Telegraph. Then that stuffed shirt up there, he'll know who Jake Lingle is.
I sent your driver home. I told him you wouldn't be needing him for the rest of the evening.
And why is that?
Because Mr. George Moran requests the pleasure of your company.
Hiya, Jake. Come on. I'm gonna take you for a little ride. So how's my old buddy?
Bugs.
Jake, I'm opening up the Sheridan Wave Gambling Club tonight. It's gonna be a gala event. I need to know if your friend Russell is gonna give me the nod.
That's a tough one, Bugs.
Well, I'll make it easier for you, Jake. 1,500 in Sheridan Wave markers signed by me. Give it some thought, Jake. Enjoy yourself in my club.
Hey, you! Pull over, would you?
This scheme is nuts, Al. This whole thing is nuts.
Hey, Jake, you told me you want trucks. I'm gonna get you damn trucks, all right? All the newspaper trucks in town, they come by here every night. 365 days a year. And I'm gonna show you what these newspaper trucks can be used for. All right. You pull them over. See? Watch this.
Hey, thanks a lot for stopping.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
I tell you what, why don't you talk to my boss?
Oh, no. Mr. Capone.
How you doing? Thanks for stopping to help. The world could use a few more good Samaritans like you, you know? You got a wife and kids? Hard times like this. It must be good to have a nice, secure job at the Telegraph, huh?
Yeah.
But it's still a struggle every month. Making the rent, paying the bills.
Yeah.
So what you up?
Please. Mr. Capone, I just stopped to give this fella a hand.
Relax. This is Al Capone talking. Ain't nobody gonna hurt you here. I'm just asking you about your route.
Bridgeport, down by Comiskey.
South side, huh? That's good. How'd you like to make yourself a few extra bucks every night?
How'd I do that?
All you gotta do is deliver a few cases of scotch to these addresses. They're right on your route. Your boss, McCabe, will never have to know. What's your name?
Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy. You tell all your friends that are interested that there's more where this came from.
Thanks, Mr. Capone.
How do you know he's gonna deliver?
Hey, Jake. I'm Al Capone. I pay somebody to deliver something. You think they ain't gonna deliver it?
He's got deliveries on 96.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm taking hand it up to
Keep up the good work, fellas.
Not too
All right, fellas, bust open a case, help yourselves, all right?
Thanks a lot, Mr. Thank you. Thanks, sir.
The Chicago Telegraph. All the booze that's fit to drink.
Problem solved. Let's go get some rigatonis, boys.
Let's suit up. We got an opening night to attend.
The thing to remember about the journalists in this town is they're all easy. I mean, how much did you pay for that paper?
2 cents.
Bad investment. If you'd spent an extra penny, you could have had the reporter as well. Damn this.
I can be of some assistance.
Oh,
no charge.
I wasn't referring to you, of course. Present company accepted. You know, I feel like a flippin' head waiter dressed up like this.
Is that so? Mm-hmm. Story was saying how natural you look as a big-time high roller.
Is that right? I think that's a compliment.
Okay, men. Let's saddle up.
Good to see you again, Miss Kenilworth.
Welcome to the Sheridan Wave Club, Miss Kenilworth.
Thank you, McBride. Might Mr. Moran be here?
Oh, you know Mr. Moran, Miss Kenilworth. He's much too shy to enjoy his own parties.
Never has gotten over that messy Valentine's business, has he? Pity.
Come on, 10. Just once. Lay a 10 on me. Seven.
Don't you think we should call it a night, Jake?
Nah. I feel real lucky. I'll be back. Jarecki, $1,000. No, $2,000, and the job is yours. Only I need it tonight. The Sheridan Wave Club, on Division. Jarecki. Got it?
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's gonna be Lieutenant Jarecki. 2,000 cash, Jimmy. It's everything me and the missus got.
Come on. I'll buy you a couple of chips.
Right here, Robin. Coming up. That back door that Malone was talking about.
It might get a little dicey in there. Sure you want to do this?
Well, if Elliot Ness and the Untouchables can't take care of business, who can?
Okay, Steelman. Let's do it.
I'm with you.
Who are you? Mahoney put us in tuxes, sent us over.
What?
Said he might need a second shift on the dice table.
Okay. Somebody must have got sick or something.
Hey, Ron's got a nice place here.
Yep, gentlemen who sent you.
Colonel Thompson. You have a problem with that, Mahoney? Think I got their attention.
Thank you, Mr. Malone. We're federal agents. This place is closed. What we're interested in is all the high rollers. Anyone wearing a tux or a gown, over against the wall.
That means all you low-life layabouts in tuxedos and your doxies, get over there. The rest of you get out.
Let's move it.
All right, let's go. All right, over against the wall. Come on, it's easy. I'm obeying. And you, keep your hands visible.
Mr. Ness,
Everybody in it.
with your permission, I'd like to deepen this investigation.
Go right ahead.
Look like a damn gopher under there. Out! Well, what have we here?
Gentlemen, up against the wall.
Gentlemen, the pride of the 23rd Precinct, Sergeant Jarecki.
This is like a revolving door at Marshall Fields.
Half so.
We arrest them, we book them, they spend the night, they make bail. A day or two later, maybe 3, they're back at work.
So what's the point?
The point is I was hired to enforce the law, and that's what I intend to do. And little by little, we'll chip away at them. Make them find a new place to run their gambling den, a new way of working. And then one day, we'll run across an honest judge or an incorruptible prosecutor, and that door won't revolve, it'll slam shut.
That'll be the day.
You write these stories, Dory, and that day will come. The people will demand it.
You're not listening to me, Bill, and I'm the guy who's looking out for you.
Don't think I don't appreciate it.
You're the chief of police.
And all this time, I thought that's what you were.
You're the chief, and Ness is making you look bad. That bus tonight's big news, and he's taken all the credit. Even had a reporter with him.
Oh, so that's the problem. He didn't invite you.
That chippy from the Daily News, Dory Green.
How might you know that?
It's worse than you think. One of yours got pinched. It doesn't look good for you at all. You better take care of it. Now, Bill.
Sleep tight, gentlemen.
What are we going to do with him?
A Chicago police officer.
One of the city's finest, in the flesh. A damn disgrace is what he is.
Ness, Malone. I understand congratulations are in order, gentlemen. You're right about Jarecki here. He's a disgrace. Hey, you boys know Jake Lingle of the Telegraph?
Never had the pleasure. Elliot Ness. I enjoy your work.
Thank you. The feeling's mutual.
Me too. Dory Green, Chicago Daily News.
The only thing missing from your stories, Mr. Lingle, is coverage of my squad. Maybe next time, maybe tomorrow. Come along with us for the ride.
You're good copy, Ness. I think I'd enjoy that.
Savor this one first, Elliot. Tell me how you pulled it off before I read about it in Miss Green's newspaper.
I'll tell you, Chief, it's not much of a
Jarecki,
You'd probably be better
you're
off.
finished. The only guy having a worse night than you, Jarecki, is Moran. He lost his glorious club the first night it opened.
Untouchables? It wasn't the Untouchables. Capone's responsible. Capone's gonna pay in more ways than that silly Dago brain will ever understand.
Lingle is an opportunistic little cockroach. He's the worst of a despicable breed. You can't trust the son of a bitch.
I hear you. Lingle is the unofficial chief of police in this town. He fixes the price of beer and he pals around with Capone.
Ness, this is a bad idea. He sees an opening. He's going to try and work you.
And that's precisely why I want him going along with us. In tennis, they call it an effective return of service.
Oh, fine. Well, I'm glad you learned something in college. Now, perhaps you'd be so kind as to tell me precisely what raid it is that he's going to join us in tomorrow.
The one we're going to invent, Mike.
I love a man in black tie. I didn't realize the Treasury Department required it.
We were busting a gambling joint. I figured looked the part.
Did the newspapers go along again?
It's the only way to fight this war.
You've always been my hero, and now you're gonna be everybody else's hero.
Don't be ridiculous, Catherine.
And I'm not sure I'm gonna like sharing you.
Good evening, Mr. Lingle.
It's been a long night, Danny. Promise me, no calls.
Don't worry, Mr. Lingle. I never put through any calls. If I did, you'd never get any sleep.
Pretty hot, Mr. Ness. This is all really intoxicating, isn't it? The danger, the fame. Jeez, somebody answer that? Hello?
Jake Lingle, please.
It's for you.
Feet is still hurting from dancing so much last.
I told you, no calls.
I'm sorry, but he's called a dozen times. He says he's a police sergeant, and I have to put him through.
All right, go ahead. What do you want now, Jarecki?
Everything you touch turns to garbage, Jake. My promotion becomes a demotion. You're no good.
I never told you to get pinched in that joint, Jarecki.
You just stood there, Jake, and let Malone make me look like a dirty cop. Even though you're no good, Jake, I'm gonna give you an exclusive.
What's that?
Okay, boys, hold it there a second. Never knew Jarecki was such a good shot. All right, boys. Mr. Ness is sealing up. Take him away.
Dory, you got any more questions about last night's raid? I'll be happy to answer them. But I got nothing to say about Jarecki. He was a crooked cop. He should have known better. Yeah, well, maybe I have. That's just the way it is. Yeah.
You're full of surprises, Ness. I thought you'd be grieving over Jarecki.
Malone, you took an oath. I took an oath. Jarecki took an oath. He didn't live up to his.
Well, it's settled.
Yes, it is. Now, What do you say we devise a little raid for Mr. Lingle and his good friend Snorky Capone?
This is your last marker, Jake. As far as I'm concerned, we're square.
You don't have to do that, Al. I'm good for it. You know that.
I know that, Jake. That's why I'm doing it. The way I figure it is one hand washes the other, you know what I mean? Let me ask you a question. Why is it nowadays everybody's such a critic, huh? Especially in your business? I mean, I've been reading these articles in the Daily News about this chippy. What's her name? Dory Green. Anyway, she's talking about what a hero this Elliot Ness is, you know? And why is this guy such a hero? What does he do for the people, huh? Does he put bread on the table? And am I such a bad guy because I supply the people with wine, women, and song? All the pleasures in life that the people deserve, huh? I'm a man just like they are. I got the same desires, same hopes, same dreams. Only difference is, I make my dreams come true a little easier. And what should I do? Should I apologize for that?
I can't believe it. Al Capone can't tell the difference between a gunshot and a Packard backfiring.
I love this guy. Al Capone believes in self-preservation. Maybe you should too, Jake. Take care of yourself, Jake.
So if we cover this exit here and this one here, we should be all right.
No man on the roof.
No one's getting out through the roof. I had Steelman go up there and seal it off. That Indian walks real quiet.
Okay, Ness. I decided to take you up on your offer.
Well, if it isn't a distinguished reporter from the Telegraph, come along for the ride.
Give us just a minute, Jake. We need to finish going over our plan.
Don't you think it would be better for the story if you let me in on the details? I mean, it'd really help if I know where we're going.
The only person who has to know where we're going is the driver, and you ain't he.
What would you do with that information, Jake?
I want a photographer to meet us there. The story will have a lot more impact if there's a picture to go along with it.
Is that so?
People would pay more attention to those stories in the Daily News if Ness's friend Dory would take a photog along with her.
All right, Jake. You made your point. Here's the address. You can use the phone in the other room.
That's right. I'm gonna need a photog at 1643 South Cicero in about an hour. 1643.
It's Ness. Gotta get everything out of South Cicero right now.
I want that place to look like a doll factory in 30 minutes.
You got it.
So, Lingo, what exactly is it about that Dago bum that appeals to you?
He's good copy, Malone. I don't make the news, I don't judge it, I just report it. All these years, you've never been able to get that through that thick skull of yours.
Oh, yeah, you reported, and you reported real good. Funny, I must have missed that story about Jarecki this morning.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I understand you had an exclusive, but I didn't read about it in the Telegraph.
Mike, give him a break. Could have been easy getting that phone call.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know why he called me.
Well, he called you because you're the great reporter. After all, you've got to know everything first.
Both of you, come on. The guy's dead. He's a Chicago police officer. Let's show some respect.
I did my part. I let him rest in peace. Besides, everyone knows Jake Lingle doesn't do suicides. I do crime.
All right, Sonny. I want you to watch this very carefully now. Because this isn't something that the nuns are going to teach you in school, all right? Now, a cigar is a work of art. A man's not a man unless he has one. Don't watch the way Daddy smells this. You try.
It smells like dog poop.
You always got
When it comes to your cigars, Alphonse, I think Sonny takes after me.
Look, I hope you're not going to be a bad influence on him, man. I mean, the kid's got to grow up to be a man. Be a great senator, make his father proud. Ain't that right, Sonny? Come in.
Hey, May, you're looking beautiful today.
Thank you, Frank. Come on, Sonny. Kiss your papa goodbye.
Over here, you. Who loves you? See you later, honey.
Come on, Sonny. Come on. We'll take a ride up to the Buffalo and get you an ice cream sundae.
Well, the guys are doing a hell of a job.
How's that, Frank?
Well, they cleared out Cicero, and we're not going to lose a drop of production. They sent all the extra men up to North Kilbourne, and they picked up the pace.
That's the best news I heard since last night.
What are we doing?
What does it look like we're doing?
I don't know, picking up some more men? I mean, this is North Kilbourne, not South Cicero.
Is that right? Good heavens. We must have been talking so much in the car I didn't notice.
What did you think, Jake? We're going to tell you where we're actually going? You're a reporter.
Yeah. Doesn't look as if your photographer's going to turn up. Well, this is going to be a real challenge for you as a writer. I mean, all your reader's going to have to depend on is their imaginations and your writing. All right, move it out.
Nobody move! Come on, Lingo, grab your notebook and get over here. You wanted a story, you got one. I'm moving around to the south end. Move it, move it.
Entschuldige, Frank, es ist sehr wichtig. Ich muss unbedingt mit Al sprechen.
Was du nicht sagst, Jake.
I ain't good enough. No, I'm not saying you're not good enough, Frank. It's just that I know Al's there.
We ain't here for you now, Jake.
Frank, just tell me, is he pissed?
He's pissed, right?
Let's just say that he ain't happy. What you did was unreliable, Jake. It was very unreliable.
They switched up on me, Frank. They told me Cicero. They took me to Kilbourne. I couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah, well, it sounds like to me you've been working two sides of the street, Lingo. Al Capone's been very good to you. Now all of a sudden this Elliot Ness comes along. Looks like he's going to be better newspaper copy, so you sell out your friend Al Capone. Well, that ain't right.
You gotta understand that, Frank. You gotta let me explain that to Al.
Why don't you just go to the track, Jake? You leave us alone.
So Ness pulled it off. Well, Lingo really stepped in it this time. You can't screw around with Big Al Capone like that. That's good. That's real good. Now maybe the SOB will find out he doesn't own this town. He just works here. Capone. He's going to learn a hard lesson about who really owns this town.
I've got $5 which says he'll never publish that story.
You're on.
What's this? No haggling, no hesitation? This is not like you, Ness.
I hear Lingo's under a lot of pressure from his editors. He needs this story to keep him off his back.
Oh, so that's it, eh? Trading on insider information. Now, is that right?
No, but it's typical.
Dory, come in, have a seat. Cup of coffee?
No, I wouldn't want you to go out of your way.
What's wrong?
Nothing other than the fact that you two are a couple of ingrates.
Why? Because of Lingo?
Oh, come on now. I've got $5 says he'll never publish that story. Put your money on the table, I'll cut you in.
Is that on the record?
Why?
I thought you busted gambling dens. I didn't know you operated them.
I love hot-blooded women. That was not business. Just in case you didn't know, take a tip from your Uncle Michael. That was personal. I think she likes you, laddie.
Hey, Jake. It was a horrible thing what happened to Jarecki, but it was good of you to keep it out of the paper.
Jarecki was a good man. I felt for him.
And we appreciate that. take care of yourself, Jake.
Here's for the forms, Ollie.
Take a look at Barack and the 6, Jakey.
Jake. Hey, Jake Lingle. Jake. Hi, Schneider in the 8th. He's a winner.
Thanks. I need all the help I can get.
Al Capone believes in self-preservation. Maybe you should too, Jake.
What you did was unreliable, Jake. It was very unreliable.
Those footsteps you're hearing are mine. Hey, Jake. You know too much to be on the streets.
Jake Lingle doesn't do suicides. I do crime.
Lingo is the unofficial chief of police in this town.
What you did was unreliable, Jake.
You ain't got any real friends, Jake.
You ought to pick your friends more carefully, Jake. Pick your friends. Pick your friends.
You're right at the intersection of everything that's wrong in this city.
Can't play both ends against the middle, Jay.
What's Capone think of your buddy Russell?
He called you because you're the great reporter.
I love this guy. Take care of yourself, Jake.
What's Russell think of your buddy Capone?
You sold out your friend Al Capone. That ain't right.
Stepped on too many toes, Lingo.
Sounds to me like you've been working two sides of the street, Lingo.
This is your last marker, Jake. We're square.
If it isn't the distinguished reporter from the Telegraph, along for the ride.
Jake, it's been real nice knowing you.
Dead or alive, you just ink on a page.
Al Capone believes in self-preservation. Maybe you should too, Jake.
Forgive me, Father.
I just got the word. Jake Lingle's dead.
How?
.22 caliber with a silencer. Close range, back of the head. They got him in the IC tunnel on his way to the racetrack.
Sounds professional.
Yep.
Could it have anything to do with our switching breweries and the little bastard?
Capone's got that temper. I wouldn't put it past him.
Finally caught up with that greedy little double-crossing bastard.
Reporter. She's Alec, damn reporter. That is not good. It's going to be hell to pay.
What do you want me to do about it, huh? Besides, Lingo wasn't a reporter. You know it, I know it. He got what he deserved.
Attention, please. The publisher of the Telegraph, Colonel William McCabe.
Thank you, Boulder. As all of you know, Alfred J. Lingle, Jake, was shot to death this afternoon in the Illinois Central Subway. He was murdered in cold blood. The Telegraph is offering a $25,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and the conviction of the slayers. The following editorial, entitled The Mission, will appear in tomorrow morning's editions. It was an act of cowardly vengeance, the murder of Mr. Lingle, and an unmistakable attempt to intimidate. As a police reporter, Mr. Lingle had no peers. No man was better informed than Mr. Lingle, and that is why he died. The work of Mr. Lingle terrified the killers because it cast light on their nefarious doings. And nothing frightens them more than the bright beacon that is the truth. And so, the Telegraph sees clearly its mission. This is war.
Listen to this garbage, Frank. Huh? War. I think this McCabe guy takes his colonel thing too seriously.
He's a big man in Chicago, Colonel McCabe. Between his newspaper and his radio station, hell, his family made damn near every tractor sold in this country. It can make life very difficult for us.
Well, what's he gonna do, Frank, huh? Is he gonna come down here to the Lexington, start firing on us?
Yeah, that's not funny.
Excuse me my sense of humor, Frank, but we didn't do anything to these people, all right? I mean, what's the matter with them? I wouldn't kill somebody in broad daylight. Don't they know that?
Obviously not.
Well, maybe we gotta teach them, huh?
This is war. Blood will be shed. Casualties will be incurred. This worries me.
It's hyperbole, Catherine. You know what the newspapers are like.
If gangsters are shooting reporters, the federal agents might be next.
You don't have to worry about that. It's not the way you think. When they shot Lingle, they didn't kill a reporter, they killed one of their own.
What are you talking about?
He was a gangster with a notepad, Catherine. Just as much as Al Capone or Frank Nitti or any one of them. He was a gangster. It's this town can corrupt anyone.
$352 arrests since the killing. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Chief Russell. I really am. Because if something isn't done in 72 hours,
the Chicago Telegraph is going to hold you personally
responsible. Is that understood?
I'm committing all our resources.
Good. You do that.
You're a deputy chief. And this is your investigation stage. It's not homicides. It's not anyone's. It's yours, John. Now make something happen, damn it.
It's already happening, Bill. We'll have more than 600 in custody by midnight. I swear one of them will give us the shooter.
I hope you're right, because if you're not, the Telegraph is going to run us both out of town. Now get going, John. You got work to do.
Grab Cusimano, Johnny Deeks and the boys.
So what do we do, shut the place down?
Yeah, padlocked.
So at this rate, they're gonna have the city closed up and buttoned down in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, all this because of Jake Lingle. You were right, Frank. Sneaky son of a bitch was more trouble dead than he was alive.
You gotta promise me, Mike. You gotta promise. No one finds out about this. No one. Anyone finds out about this, I'm a dead man. You're not a cop anymore, Malone. You're a Fed. Around here, that makes you the enemy.
Who's gonna tell, eh, Langford? I'm not gonna tell. You're not gonna tell. And sure as hell, old Lingle here isn't gonna tell anyone. So don't worry. No one is gonna find out. No one. Now, go get me that envelope, eh?
Here. .22 with a silencer.
Yeah. Custom-made silencer, eh? That is beautifully made. Yeah, serial numbers being filed off. Now, who would have thought to have done a thing like that, eh? Isn't it a mundane world we live in?
Just fired one shot. The rest of the bullets were in the magazine. Kind of funny, he was wearing that inside out.
Well, the answer to that's quite simple, Langford. You see, there aren't that many $65 a week newspaper stiffs in this town who can afford a $2,500 diamond-studded belt buckle. In fact, the only guys that I've seen in this town who would wear this garish thing had them given to them as gifts by their very good friend Al Capone. This rotten little bastard got everything he deserved.
What Mr. Malone's got is one hell of a good start. We gotta work better and faster than we ever have. This is an opportunity for us. The opportunity we've needed.
Why is Lingle so important?
Because his murder gives us a chance to prove to the city just how corrupt it's become. The gangs, the police, the newspapers. They're all in business together. And if we're smarter than the gangs, faster than the police, better than the newspapers, we'll be able to prove that.
And to do that, we have to rely on old-fashioned, fundamental police work. Treat this as you would any homicide investigation. Follow the gun, the money, the last few days of Lingle's life.
I've already taken the liberty of following the money. He had a lot of it. Been to the bank. Next up is his stockbroker.
Well, nice to know that you college boys are good for something. Stay on it, Robbins. The rest of us will work on the fundamentals with Mr. Malone.
You know what gets me, Bugs?
What's that, Jack?
That somebody got to that son of a bitch Lingle before I did. That double-crossing bastard. I get him. I don't just shoot him once in the back of the head. I make him suffer. SOB Lingle shakes down everybody and don't deliver nothing.
That's the price of doing business, Jack. He's dead. There's nothing we can do about it now.
You're wrong, Moran. There's something you can do about it.
And what might that be, Mr. Zuda?
You can make it up to me. I lose 50 large on the Sheridan Wave deal after you say we got it sewed up. Paying Lingle $1,500 to clear things up with that police chief Russell.
Russell didn't shut us down. It was Ness and his Untouchables.
Heat's heat. And I don't care who it was. You made a deal with Lingle to keep the heat off, and you didn't deliver. You owe me, Bugs.
Fine, Jack. Have it your way. I never want my partners to go away unhappy. All I need from you is a little time. Time to get things organized.
Good. A week.
You'll have to leave. You don't belong here. You don't belong anywhere in my city.
Jake Lingle was a friend of mine. My wife and I come to pay our respects just like everybody else.
You can show your respect by leaving.
You're making a big mistake, Colonel. A very big mistake. Frank, huh? The guy humiliated me in front of my wife. No one does that. No one.
Why don't you get out of town, Al? Take me. Go to Florida. Wait till the heat's turned down.
So do you are, Frank.
When everybody takes a vacation. Now's a good time to lie low.
Al Capone doesn't run away. I'm innocent. Hey, I don't care what that McCabe and the rest of those two big pencil pushers got to say about it, all right? They better not try to hang this one on me. Because if they try, then maybe I'll give them something to really write about. What kind of story do you think it will be if this McCabe guy got popped, huh?
Now?
Relax. I ain't gonna do nothing. Yet.
Lingo was amazing. He'd roll in the dirt with the gang elements in the afternoon and wear a tuxedo to the boarded trade dinner that night. Which brings us to the money. How'd you make out, Robbins?
You're not gonna believe this.
Lingle, I'll believe anything.
Okay, he traded through his good and great friend Arthur Cutton.
Lord of LaSalle Street.
Before the crash last year, he had as much as $100,000 in his accounts. His profits amounted to $89,000.
Was he busted out when he died?
No. He was still trading, but that's not the best part. His partner in these accounts was Bill Russell, the chief of police.
Bingo.
I mean, did I what? Gentlemen, that's an unfair question.
But Al, it's not a nice thing when reporters get gunned down.
Yeah, and it's not a nice thing when a man gets falsely accused. Think about it. I like you guys. I love Jake Lingle. He was a friend of mine. Why would I do it? What reason would I have? I mean, hell, he was gonna introduce me to Louise Brooks this week. Now, is that the kind of relationship you have with a guy that you're gonna kill? A lot of people been pointing the fingers at me and they don't know what they're talking about. Now, why don't you guys print that?
Hey, Al, what about the,
Are you with me? This financial stuff can get pretty confusing.
What it can get, Ness, is pretty boring. It's my job to make it interesting.
And you do. The bottom line, Dory, is this. Lingle didn't get killed because he was a good guy, like the papers say. He got killed because he was a bad guy who wasn't careful.
I know. I saw him at the Sheridan Wave Club. He was one of the customers.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because there's something that I learned when I first started out in this business.
What's that?
Information's currency. It never pays to go first. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a very good story to write about a crooked police chief, a corrupt reporter, and a city that's turning into a banana republic. Maybe when I'm done, they'll send the Marines to Chicago, not Nicaragua.
They have, Dory.
All right, thanks for stopping by today, fellas. And remember one thing. I want to catch the guy that killed Jake Lingle just as bad as you do.
Right,
Hey, Frank. When we were kids, we used to play cops and robbers. You ever want to be the cop?
Well, let me see if I can make this a little clearer for you, Mr. Von Francis. My employer, one Uncle Sam, knows that you supplied the wherewithal for the St. Valentine's Day hit. Last I heard, the statute of limitations hadn't run out on that one. Now, what's that do for your memory?
That St. Valentine's Day massacre was a terrible mess, if I remember correctly from what I read in the papers.
Do you hear this? Huh? You hear it? That's the sound of your life ticking away as you rot in Leavenworth. Now, who did you sell that silencer to? What a tragic irony, eh, Mr. Ness? Gunsmith shoots himself accidentally while repairing customer's gun.
Pity. A man dying on the job like that.
Jack Suter!
What?
Bugs Moran's friend.
Mushki.
Jesus, scared me, Frank.
Come on, Mushki. Let's take a little walk.
Is this a joke, Frank? Your hands in your pocket, you want me to take a walk? I'm reading too many dime novels.
I don't read nothing, Mushki. Walk.
Now, I hear that one of your North Side guys was sore at Lingle.
Who was it?
What, are you a cop? What the hell difference does it make?
Who was sore at Lingle, Mushki?
I don't know, Frank. Who was it?
I wasn't. Now, you gonna tell me who was?
Look, you put me in a very awkward situation here, Frank. You come to my house in the middle of the day. What if somebody saw us?
I'd probably be dead. But nobody did. So now you're gonna answer my question, you bastard. Or you're gonna be dead.
What'd you want to know, Frank? What was it?
Who was sore at Jake Lingle?
Bugs Moran was, and Zuda, Jack Zuda, said he wanted to kill the double-crossing SOB.
Good. Now you can count to 100, can't you? I want you to count to 200. Because when you're done, I'll be gone. And nobody will know that this happened.
1, 2, 3.
Eh? Not so fast.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Now, Mr. Lord, you're one of the most powerful public relation men in this whole town, all right? Now, you speak, and the newspaper boys, they listen.
It's very kind of you.
Al Capone takes care of the people of this town, all right? I'm one of the best things that ever happened here. I need you to tell them about that, all right? I want you to tell them about the soup kitchens that I set up, how I feed the hungry. Let's face it, Mr. Lord. Hell, I beat the government in setting up soup kitchens. I want you to tell them about the milk that I give school children every day. I want you to tell them about the countless donations that I make to all the poor and needy organizations all over town.
This is what I need you to tell them about. What I need you to remind them of. Because my popularity's been slipping.
Mr. Capone, there's something I need to know before I can proceed.
Anything you want, you name it.
This story, is it true? Did you kill Jake Lingle? Because if you did, I can take
What's the matter with you? Aren't you listening to me? What do you think I called you here for? To tell lies for me?
Well,
I called you here to tell the people the truth. I did not kill Jake Lingle. And you get the newspaper boys to write that, and I'll think of you as something a little bit more than the worthless pansy you appeared to be, all right? Meeting over. Get out. $664 arrests, and you've got nothing?
Nothing.
What about the gun? They following the gun?
Calvin Goddard's working on it in his lab up at Northwestern. Another 24 hours, he'll have the serial numbers restored.
What can you tell me about this, Chief?
Even the mob boys don't like Zuta.
He's big and he's ugly.
Yeah, but he has one thing that even Bugs Moran admires.
Money.
Excellent, Pagano. In his heart and his soul, Jack Zuta is a gutter pimp with a bad temper. Running whores is his métier. He's very good at it. Keeps his overhead down and the cash flowing in. And that's why the North Side racket boys put up with him. Because he makes a very good investor for them.
They sell stock?
Well, in a way. Let's say Bugs Moran wants to open a new gambling den. Now, he's got $100,000 of his own money in it, but he needs an extra $50,000 to get the joint exactly the way he wants to.
Hey.
He gets in touch with Zuta, tells him that he needs $50,000. Zuta puts up the money in return for a piece of the action.
What happens if, say, the place gets shut down on opening night?
Well, Jack gets angry, and Jack wants to get even. But he can't get even with Bugs Moran because that's too dangerous. So he takes it out on Jake Lingle. Lingle, after all, has promised something that he can't deliver. Protection from us. That, gentlemen, is why we are sitting here this evening.
As a result of Dory Green's revelations in the Daily News, Chief Russell will be resigning tomorrow. And Deputy Chief Steege will be taking an extended leave of absence. And frankly, Mr. Ness, my confidence in the entire Chicago Police Department has been shaken.
Well, that's understandable, Colonel McCabe. But I have nothing to do with the Chicago Police Department.
I know that, Mr. Ness. I've done my research. In light of these developments, I want to finance an independent investigation of the Lingle murder, and I want you to run it, Ness. I know who you are, what you are, and where you're going. You're the best man for the job.
I appreciate your
Anything
confidence.
you or your men need, we'll provide for you. Any expenses you might incur, we will pay.
That's very kind of you, sir. It's not necessary. The Treasury Department takes care of all our needs. My men and I were hired to do a job. We intend to do it. We're gonna get Al Capone. And if we can do that by linking him to the murder of Jake Lingle, that's what we're gonna do.
I never for a moment thought otherwise, Mr. Ness. So let me approach this differently, if I may.
Go ahead.
You're going places, Mr. Ness. Places my newspaper and I may want to go with you. Washington, the Senate. You're a comer, Mr. Ness. Now, this Lingle case is very important to me and the people I work with. It'd do wonders for morale if you could give us the break on any relevant information you might turn up.
In other words, you want preferential treatment.
In other words.
Here he comes.
Oh, well, Jack, all your nice ladies are gonna have to do without your company tonight. Cuff him tight.
Is not asking you to do anything illegal. All he wants is your help. And in return, he's offering to help you.
How do I turn my back on the people who've helped me before?
Elliot, as long as I've known you, you've had one dream: politics. The day I met you, you talked about becoming a senator. And tonight you met a man who could help you realize this dream, who could get you off the streets and out of this insane war that you're determined to fight. And yet you turn your back on him because you feel some sense of misguided loyalty towards this Dory, whatever her name is.
Her name is Dory Green. And yes, I do owe her.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But you owe yourself too, and you owe this family.
What are you saying, Catherine?
I am saying that next time McCabe makes you an offer, why don't you think about us before you think about her?
I know where this is going, Malone.
Oh, yeah? And where's that, Jack?
Well, we're just about to the part where you nod to these two mugs here. They pin my arms, and then you try to beat it out of me.
Would I do a thing like that, lads? See?
Well, you must be getting a little soft.
I learned new techniques when I became a treasury man. I pick them up. All right. You bought the silencer. Now, if you didn't use it, who did?
I bought a dozen. I shipped them to New York. Now, you want to book me for that, go ahead. But I didn't use them. I don't like them. You shoot somebody, it's supposed to sound like something.
I almost believe you're telling me the truth.
I told you I didn't have nothing to do with Lingle. I'd like to have killed a lying bastard myself, but somebody beat me to it. Maybe his buddy Capone.
Hey, how you doing, Frank? Come on in, sit down. Why so glum?
Nessa's boys got to Jack Zuda before I could.
That's good. Maybe that'll be the end of the whole thing. Maybe they'll torture Zuda into telling how he iced Lingo. I'd like to be a fly on the wall to see that, huh?
All right, Jack, get out of here.
No.
What do you mean, no? You're worthless. I got no reason to hold you.
I ain't leaving unless you give me a ride.
I'm not running a taxi service yet, Jack.
I got it that the mob is gunning for me. You took me from a safe spot. Now take me back there.
All right, Jack. Pagano, Steelman, take him home.
Right.
Come on. Hey.
Hands off the coat.
Catherine, I want you to know something. I always think of my family first. Before anyone or anything, I think of you, Mrs. Ness. Just want you to know that. I think you're mistaken about Dory Green. To me, she's a reporter. To her, I'm a story. I use her, she uses me. That's what using's for. And And you're still wrong about McCabe.
I know. I guess you wouldn't be Elliot Ness if you sold your integrity to him. That's why I love you. Your stubborn, implacable integrity. Stop worrying and go to sleep.
Relax, Jack. Professionals were trained for this kind of thing.
You guys are so professional. Why aren't you working for real money on my side of the street?
Because our parents brought us up right, Zuda.
What's that supposed to mean?
Gee, I don't know. Why don't you think about it, tough guy?
Hey, we're being followed. Come on, kid, step on it.
You dumb bastard! I told you they were trying to kill me!
Steelman, you okay?
Yeah. Can't believe it. Zuda took off. He's dead.
Force is shattered. We are the last line of defense against these thugs and mobsters. And what happens? An innocent man gets shot, a father of four, for God's sake. We look like incompetent buffoons.
Don't take it out on the lad's nest. As I explained, I shouldn't have let Zuda go. Fault's mine.
Wrong, Malone. It's Robin's fault. It's Pagano's fault. It's Steelman's fault. It's Ness's fault. And it's Malone's fault. We're in this together. You understand? When it goes good, when it goes sour. We're in this fight together. The only way we're gonna win this thing.
Hey, they're blaming everything else on us. This will probably come down on our heads, too. Huh? Why don't you pick up Zuda like you're supposed to? Hey, where you think you're going, Frank?
There's nothing else to say, Al.
Oh, yeah, there is. Now, you told me to lay low, so I did. Huh? I called in the newspaper boys. They don't believe a word that I said. I talked to this PR guy, Desmond Lord. He insults me. I go to pay my respects. This McCabe, he treats me like a nickel shoeshine boy. Enough's enough, Frank. I'm putting an end to this.
Al.
I need to know two things from you. Who we got on the hook to his big time. And when Lingo first got popped, what did they say the shooter looked like? Now, you put those two things together and this thing is over.
Don't lie to me, Ness. I know about your meeting with the Colonel.
What are you trying to say, Dory?
You used me. You don't need me anymore. Dory Green can't help you get elected senator, but the Colonel can. So see you later, Dory. It's been nice using you.
Dory, that is not the way it is.
All right, then tell me what happened with Zuda.
I did. We got nothing out of him.
How am I supposed to write that? That's not a story.
It may not be a story, but it happens to be the truth. Someone in Chicago ought to try writing that for a change. Someone like you.
You owe me. That's time to pay up, Bugs. George. Everybody's trying to kill me, but you gotta protect me. I gotta disappear for a while.
Got a hideaway northwest side. Go there. No one knows about it.
Hey, you're not as bad as they say, Bugs. You're not half crazy or nothing. If I survive this, maybe I'll forget the Sheridan Wave deal, the 50 grand. Maybe.
This ain't fair, Nitty.
Oh, it is. It's real fair, brothers. There's too much heat on us right now. You take it off us, we'll arrange for you to stay alive.
In the joint, if you call that living.
Look, Leo, you're into Al Capone for 25 grand and you ain't got it. And you ain't never gonna have it. What you do have is blonde hair and a bad attitude. And that makes you the guy that killed Jack Lingle and tried to kill Jack Zuda. You understand that? You're arriving on a 3 o'clock train from St. Louis. Oh, and Leo, don't get any ideas. This world ain't big enough to get lost in.
Thank you, Eric.
How you doing, Colonel?
What are you doing here?
I need to talk to you. You wouldn't return. My man over here, he's very persuasive. So he persuaded your man that you and me need to get together and have a meeting back here. So here we are.
This is outrageous, Capone.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Nice automobile you got here, Colonel. Hard times like these, guys like you and me are lucky. We get to travel around in luxury like this, while the average working stiff has to struggle just to get by. Doesn't seem fair now, does it?
You wanted to talk to me about the plight of the working man?
Yeah, I do. Specifically your working men. The drivers that you fire. Those men have families.
They should have thought about that before, Capone.
You're being unreasonable, Colonel. I want you to hire them back.
Are you threatening me?
Hey, Colonel. Let's just say that I'm advising you. Man to man. One capitalist to another.
And if I do?
And then I'm gonna show you what a reasonable guy Al Capone is. I'm gonna give you something that you want. There's a fella arriving on the 3 o'clock train from St. Louis. His name is Leo Brothers. He killed Jake Lingle.
Uh-huh.
My squad gets a lot of hot tips, Colonel. Helps if we know the source.
Well, I'm afraid that information is privileged, Mr. Nass.
I've got a responsibility to my men, Colonel. I gotta make sure they aren't walking into an ambush.
Well, if you'd like, Ness, I can give this information to the Chicago Police Department. They can go ahead and make the arrest.
Fine. You do that. I'm not your errand boy, Colonel. My squad isn't here to do your newspaper's bidding. So you got somebody else to call? Fine. Do it.
Hey, brother, why'd you cop a plea?
They sentenced me to 14 years. With time off with good behavior means 7. 7 years! You hear that? 7 years. I can do that standing on my head.
Well, it's a sham. Leo Brothers says, I'm guilty, the judge drops the gavel, that's it. Case closed.
Brothers was laughing when they took him away.
So justice was done.
That wasn't justice, Mike.
Oh, Leo Brothers is a little swine. He deserves to rot in hell for all eternity. It's a good thing he's going away.
Yeah, Brothers has done plenty, but he didn't kill Jake Lingle. You know it. I know it. The damn judge probably knows it.
Welcome to police work.
Yeah, what?
Hey, you been played, Ness?
Who is this?
It's your pal Jack Zuda.
What do you want?
You've been played. All you been played.
Who? What are you talking about?
You've been played. You, Malone.
Capone, Colonel McCabe, all you been played in this Lingle thing.
I know who it is conducting the orchestra.
So I'm all ears. Who's done it?
Does the name Bugs mean anything to you?
If you want the details, you're gonna have to come and get me.
I'm in a jam. Maybe I could use your help disappearing. Know what I mean?
So where are you?
The northwest corner of Montrose and Lockwood. First floor.
Okay.
We'll come pick you up. But this better be on the level, Zuda, because we don't play. Come on, Mike. Zuda's got something to tell us.
You've been listening to the musical strains of Ted Minton and the JRC Orchestra. We'll return to more of the evening serenade hour. But first, the makers of Darren's Headache Remedies want to remind you all that...
I got you $50,000.
Nice job. Clean. 2 bullets right through the temple.
Bugs Moran's a very efficient assassin.
Well, it's nice when a man enjoys his work.
What Zuda said, it all fits. Lingle double-crosses Moran on the Sheridan Wave opening, but Moran's sharp. He knows that Lingle's connected to Capone. Figures if he hits Lingle, the heat will come down on Capone. That's exactly what happens. The newspapers, the police, us, we all come down on Capone. Somewhere out there, Moran is having a good laugh.
And Zuda?
Moran figured Zuda was the only one who knew the truth. Figured he better get him out of the way.
Well, he wasn't the only one who knew, was he?
No. Because we know. We may not be able to prove it. We just lost our only witness. But we know. And knowledge is power. Moran set up this whole murder to frame Capone. We're gonna use that knowledge to bring down both of them.
And everyone uses everyone else. In this best of all possible worlds.
All right, now you make sure his family's well taken care of, Jackie. I'm holding you personally responsible. And you tell our friends over in Joliet that they're to treat Leo Brothers just the same way they would Al Capone. You tell them Al Capone said so. All right. Talk to you later. I feel good, Frank. I feel real good. I feel like I got 1,000 pounds of weight lifted off my shoulders. That hypocrite McCabe, he's got Lingle's killer. City's back to normal. And we get a little bonus. Somebody did that bum Zuda for us. It's a pretty good idea I had. Find somebody that fits the description and hand them over to them.
That was a pretty good idea, Al. There's one thing I ain't figured out yet.
What's that, Frank?
Who did kill Jake Lingle?
Leo Brothers, Frank. It was Leo Brothers.
What?
I mean, that's what the history books are gonna say. And who am I to argue with the history books, huh?
journalist Eugene Debs brought his rabble-rousing brand of socialism to Canton, Ohio last week.
In Canton, Ohio, eine flammende Aufrührer.
One thing we all know for sure, the Rockefellers of this world are blind. Every move that this ruling class makes in their game of greed hastens their own doom.
Debs has single-handedly organized labor unions throughout the country, and he has often run afoul of the law because of his left-wing views.
When we become unionized and working together for the common good, we'll soon realize that we have no need for the Rockefellers of this world. They are
Eugene Debs is a great man, John. That he is, Michael. He's a hero to every working man in America.
That we will transfer the title deeds of the railroads, the telegraph lines, the oil fields, the mills, and the great industries to the people. And only then shall we have industrial democracy. Only then shall we be a free nation.
This is the latest in a series of inflammatory speeches, and some observers think Debs may be facing federal charges for advocating the overthrow of the government, a violation of the Espionage Act.
What time did little Louie say deliveries were made?
2 a.m.
You gotta get yourself another informer.
We'll give it a few minutes. You know, cigars are for smoking. I don't think it's good for you to be chewing on them like you do.
Thanks, Mom.
Sensitive.
Odd time for a milk delivery, isn't it?
I smell beer.
More like barrels of beer.
Little Louie may be a rat, but he's a very reliable rat.
Let's make the pinch.
Wait a minute. Lakefront Farms, that's a real dairy, right?
So?
So, usually the names on beer trucks are phony, so you can't trace them. Let's see where he takes us. Looks like Lakefront Dairies has a little labor problem.
It sure does. Wow. Mr. Bugs Moran himself. What's he doing here?
We ought to give this to the boss, huh?
So, what's your theory?
Moran's lost the North Side and the Sheridan Wave Club. We think he's expanding into the strike-breaking business.
Who runs this dairy?
There's a guy named Lyman, and he's been known for hiring goons with ball bats in the past. That's why he's labor peace now, even though he's not known for giving his workers a very fair shake.
All right, Malone and I will go have a talk with this Mr. Lyman. Meantime, work out shifts. I want this lakefront dairy staked out round the clock.
I'll get the map for you.
Good.
And talking of labor disputes, you read your paper this morning? They just picked him up as he got off the train here in Chicago.
Eugene Debs is no revolutionary. He's not going to lead an insurrection. What possible threat does he pose to the safety of our nation?
Internal security has been given a big push in Washington area. Johnson had no choice but to prosecute.
We've got our priorities screwed up. The government's worried about political agitators, while the gangsters in this city are destroying it from within. Now, I'm no friend of socialism, but you can't throw a man in prison for speaking his mind. Now, where the hell is this dairy?
10-hour day! 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 10-hour day!
Hey, Lyman! Clear the gate, Quinn. You're trespassing on company property.
We were hoping to hear a settlement offer this morning, Lyman.
There's never been a union at Lakefront Farms, and there never will be. I found some new drivers who know the value of a decent wage in hard times.
Goons, scabs, and professional strikebreakers.
You wouldn't know the value of a decent wage if you had to work for one, Lyman. Clear the gate. I've got a delivery scheduled to meet. Open it up. 10-hour day. 10-hour day. 10-hour day.
And we come with the big shot that guy!
Maybe we can get in the papers. I'll keep you company, Mike. Get lost. We need somebody to go by mail.
I'll get right to the point. One of your trucks was observed delivering beer last night.
I have many trucks, many employees. The truck was probably stolen.
Stolen and then returned here? My men also reported seeing a known racketeer on your premises last night.
The strike has forced me to enlist the services of a security firm. I was assured that all their personnel were certified by the state of Illinois.
I didn't know that Bugs Moran was certified for anything other than being criminally insane.
I don't know any Bugs Moran. If my trucks have been used for any illegal activity, I can assure you I will look into it.
Fine. Just don't be surprised if we do the same.
Don't worry about Ness.
What in the hell do you think you're doing using my trucks to deliver beer? I hired you to break a strike.
We're working on it, Mr. Lyman.
And I want results, not promises. If you can't do the job, I'll hire somebody who can.
Relax, Mr. Lyman. You're in good hands. I got a few surprises from Michael Gleason and Mr. John Quinn.
Excuse me, Al. Can we talk?
Talk, Frank.
Business, Al. Go ahead.
I found out how Moran's making his Southside deliveries. He's using milk trucks.
Check.
Al, you think we ought to be talking in front of this guy?
Look, Frank, I could care less how Moran makes his deliveries, all right?
He's also busting up a strike over at Lakefront Farms.
You keep him away from the unions, Frank, all right? Labor, that's the business of the future. I don't want Moran anywhere near it. When prohibition's over, we're gonna have to go legit. And if we control the unions, then we control the employers. Checkmate. You should try playing chess, Frank. It's good for the mind. You know, Frank, this dairy strike thing, this might be exactly what we've been looking for. Do whatever you gotta do. Convince these union guys how much we want to help them. It's very important.
Look, Al. Ain't you worried about talking in front of this guy?
What, him?
He's deaf.
Don't cry over spilt milk, huh? Set him up again, huh?
John Quinn?
Who wants to know?
Saw your picture in the Telegraph. We've been following your plight. We can help you win your strike.
I'm Frank Nitti. I work for Al Capone. Al doesn't like what's been happening for you and your guys.
We have no use for the likes of Al Capone.
Mr. Capone isn't the bad guy he's sometimes made out to be.
Look, I've known him all my life. He's a man of the people. He's for the people. You know, he feeds the hungry. He's got a working man's heart.
So, in other words, you're here to make a contribution to the strike fund.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you believe this? If I didn't know better, I'd think Nitti was leaning on it.
You know who's been hiring the scabs that have been driving the trucks that have been busting up your strike?
Yeah, a rat named Bugs Moran.
We once put Mr. Moran out of business. Selling you out is his attempt to get him back in.
I'll be straight with you. I don't want this union involved with racketeers.
Why don't you just think of us as potential allies? We hope you win your strike. You help us put Moran back in that hole we put him in a long time ago. See, we work together, help each other out. We kill two birds with one stone.
I know your kind of people. You helped me once, I owe you forever. I'll stick with one bird and one stone, thanks.
Call us. Quinn. We'll be in touch.
What happened in there, Mr. Lazowitz? The judge rejected our motion to dismiss the charges.
Does that mean your client goes to jail?
What do you think?
In this society, incarceration is a badge of honor.
Mr. Debs, are you a communist?
As you must know, I must be exceedingly careful as to what I say, and even more careful as to how I say it.
Are you planning another campaign for the presidency, Mr. Debs?
Oh, I don't have much faith in leaders anymore, not even myself. People are looking for a Moses to lead them out of this capitalist wilderness. They'll have to find somebody not yet known.
You got close to 1 million votes in 1920.
Oh, and I was serving a 10-year sentence in federal prison at the time. I don't want anybody to follow me, or anybody else. I wouldn't lead them into the promised land even if I could. Because if I could lead them in, somebody else could lead them out.
This way, Mr. Debs.
Are you planning an appeal?
Of course there's going to be an appeal. It's going to be done today, it will be placed today, and that's all I have comments for.
Tony, what's your feeling? They looking for a way into this union?
Mitty was leaning on Quinn pretty hard, that's for sure.
Capone gets his hooks into organized labor, he'll destroy every honest union in this city.
But what's really in it for him, though?
Capone doesn't give a damn about the working man. He just sees organized labor as another racket, like gambling or prostitution. And the union dues alone must be worth a fortune.
What do we know about the leader of this union, John Quinn?
Professional organizer, effective, idealistic, a real leader of men.
I want to have a talk with him. He may not know what he's getting into if he signs on with Capone.
Hey, wait a minute. Quinn will probably regard you as the enemy. Don't forget the feds have been harassing him for years. His arrest sheet is nearly as long as Deb's.
I may be able to win him over. I have to try.
I've been working on my speech for the meeting tonight.
Sure it'll be a good one, John.
This may be our last chance to convince Lyman we aren't backing down.
It's a hit!
Nobody told you to shoot the guy, Frank.
Look, you said do what you gotta do to keep Moran out of labor and to get us in. Now, Quinn had to realize he needs us. Hitting Gleason was a way of letting him know. But Quinn had an attitude, all right? We had to make a strong move, so we did it.
You went too far, Frank. What you did was wrong. If I could undo it, I would. You do what you gotta do to make it right.
Membership has taken up a collection to pay for the funeral and to help you get back on your feet. It won't be much, but we'll all get through this together, Mary, with God's help.
That gentleman insisted on paying for the funeral expenses.
You shouldn't have done that. We take care of our own.
Well, Al felt it was the least he could do for a friend. It's for the widow. You're gonna need us, Quinn. Bugs Moran's a psychopath, a cold-blooded killer. You can't beat him alone. Mr. Capone would like to have lunch with you. Tomorrow.
We don't want to end up like Gleason! Let me finish!
You had your chance, Quinn. Let someone else speak.
Let him talk, Mick.
Even in death, Brother Gleason has made a magnificent contribution to our cause. We have the attention of the entire city now.
It wasn't worth it, Quinn. Ask Gleason's widow.
Mike Gleason was my best friend. No one knew better than he that we're engaged in a war where people get hurt.
It's not worth it, Quinn. No more. Put it to a vote.
No vote.
Yes. Put it to a vote.
I'll tell you this. We are on the side of history. Our families will be eternally grateful for the courage that we have shown here and for the sacrifices that we have made for our children's future.
Hell of a speech. Who are you? Elliot Ness, Treasury agent. I'd like to talk to you about the death of Michael Gleason.
Why don't you frame someone for it? That's what your feds did with Eugene Debs. That's what you did with Joe Hill. You know who Joe Hill was?
Union organizer. Convicted of murder, executed by firing squad 20 years ago. A lot of people believe he was innocent.
Innocent? Do you know what his last words were before you feds pulled the triggers?
Don't mourn. Organize.
The words of a guilty man?
I heard about your meeting with Frank Nitti. You're asking for trouble if you think Capone can help you win this labor strike.
I guess a union man can always be accused of asking for trouble. I'm not going to debate strike tactics with you, Mr. Ness.
You remember anything about the car? Bystander told us the shooter was in the back
I
seat.
didn't see a damn thing. It's the only reason I'm alive. Gleason pushed me out of the way.
Look, the big racket's been trying to get into organized labor for years. You're being dragged into the middle of something you don't understand, Mr. Quinn. These people you're talking with, they won't help you. They'll use you. You give me a call if you want to talk.
The talk is getting us nowhere. I say we take another vote. It's time to go back to work. What the fuck is it mean? Are you...
John, what's it going to be?
Come on, Mick, give me patience. Just shut down.
I can't sit down. I want to go back to work. Get it, John.
Story Green. She's some writer, Frank. I like her style. What do you think about her?
I hear she's supposed to be a good looker, too.
Yeah, but she keeps writing about this Ness. I think it's about time she writes about me. Huh? Should give her a call. Tell her Al Capone wants to give her an interview.
I don't know, Al. She likes that Ness guy. She might misquote you or something.
Yeah, but I think I gotta take that chance, Frank. I want to meet this broad. Hey. Good to meet you, John. I didn't think you were gonna make it.
I was at the courthouse all morning. I had to bail out some of my guys.
So why don't you give Frank a call? I mean, that's exactly the kind of situation that we can help you with. You want some lunch?
Depends on what I gotta do for it.
You ain't gonna do nothing but eat. I'm having the fish.
I know all about you. I read the newspapers.
I don't believe everything you read, John. I mean, most of what the newspapers say, you know, it's a bunch of fairy tales. You know, my wife's Irish.
So is mine.
then you know. One thing about Irish women, they're gonna stay Irish their whole lives, huh? Keep you in line.
Here he comes.
Mr. Lyman. Mr. Capone would like to say hello.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Capone.
You too, Mr. Lyman. I've been hearing a lot about you. Please, say hello to my good friend, John Quinn. I hear you two been doing business together.
We are not doing business together.
Well, maybe you should consider it. Mr. Quinn is a very good businessman.
A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Capone. You set me up, Capone. You knew he was going to be here, didn't you?
That's the way business is done, Johnny. You know what I like about you? You stand right up. You say what you gotta say. I like that. Did you see the way Lyman looked at you? Him seeing you sitting here having lunch with me, he ain't ever gonna look at you the same way again.
You got your message across.
Good. Take care of yourself. We'll talk later. I like him, Frank. He's got a lot of heart. I don't want nothing happening to him.
Oh, I hate the idea of bringing gangsters into the Union, but if we don't play ball with Capone, I'm not sure we can win.
And what about your self-respect, John? How will you be feeling about yourself when you get up in the morning? And 10 years from now, will you be proud to tell your children how you won this great victory?
When my father brought me over as a lad, and we landed on Ellis Island with just enough money for a train to Chicago, we would have gone hungry on that train if it weren't for a young guy we met, a socialist who was on the lam from the feds. He shared his food with us and told us the story of the exploitation of the American working man, how they discarded him like an old newspaper when his usefulness was over. When we got off in Chicago, the feds were waiting for the guy. They beat him to within an inch of his life right in front of us and dragged him off in cuffs.
Suppose your friend was sitting right here at the table with us. What would he say to using racketeers to further the cause?
I don't know.
You see, the liquor business is a great business. I mean, Joe Kennedy up in Boston knows it. Some of our brothers in Canada, they know it too. See, the only problem with the liquor business is that after Prohibition, it's gonna be very competitive. Now, the way I figure it, there's gonna be thousands of new saloons, new restaurants, new liquor stores opening up all over the country. And the only solution to that problem is to organize the industries from top to bottom. And the way to do that, the key to it, is through the unions, particularly the drivers. Mark my words, Miss Green. Within 3 years after Prohibition, we're gonna be making a profit on every olive and every martini sold in America. And I'm talking about a totally legitimate business here.
Vertical integration.
I guess you could call it that. You're a very intelligent woman, Miss Green. Extremely classy.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I ask you a personal question? You see, I'm kind of a fan of yours. I mean, I read your stuff. You're a great writer.
Thank you.
I mean, you could write anything you want. You could write books, plays, anything. So why in God's name do you work for a newspaper?
Are you involved in the lakefront farm strike, Mr. Capone?
See, I wouldn't let my wife or my sister work in the newsroom. I mean, it's full of booze hounds and degenerates, you know. Why don't you come work for me? I run one of the most successful corporations in America. I could use a spokesperson. A woman like you. Someone very smart, and extremely good looking.
I'm a journalist, Mr. Capone, not a flack.
I mean, you insult me, Miss Green. You see, I wouldn't insult you by offering you a lowly job as a flack. Care for a cookie? You mind telling me something? You know, I've been reading all these articles that you've been writing about this publicity hound, this beer barrel breaker. You know, the guy who arrests truck drivers? Elliot Ness? Why do you like this guy so much?
What makes you think I like him? He's news, Mr. Capone, just like you are.
I'm better news. More exciting.
Better go.
Hey, Dory. Please. Think about my offer. I meant it. I find you to be a very remarkable woman.
I had nothing to do with the Gleason hit.
You've been lying to me, Moran.
Why would I stick my neck out like that?
Look, I know exactly who I'm dealing with.
I didn't clip the guy. Hey, Lyman, think about it. I'm a Mick. Gleason was a Mick. If I did clip the guy, I'd be on the hit list for every hooligan on the North Side. It was the Guineas that did it, to force Quinn to run to them for help.
Quinn had lunch with Capone Thursday. This is dangerous. Very dangerous.
Don't be afraid of the Guineas. Capone is lazy. He's going soft. Learn to relax. Situation's under control.
Quinn's a good man. Moral, committed. You know it just on meeting him. He's also naive. He won't listen to anyone carrying a badge.
You can't really blame him, can you? How about getting somebody else to talk to him?
Who?
Well, I was reading this article the other day in the paper about Eugene Debs. He has to be one of Quinn's heroes. And I'm sure that Debs doesn't want Al Capone getting involved in organized labor any more than you do.
So you're looking for a full-time job? Why don't you come work for me?
This is certainly an unexpected pleasure.
I'm here on business, Dory. I read your interview with Al Capone. Did he talk in any way about the Gleason hit?
I can't tell you anything other than what was in the article. Except that he was much more charming than I thought he'd be.
Dory, Quinn's a good man, but he's getting sucked under. This is bigger than he is. If Capone gets his hooks into organized labor...
I know.
You interviewed Eugene Debs. Did he like you?
Well, I think he knows he got a fair shake from me. Why?
I need to ask a favor of him. He's one of Quinn's heroes. I'm hoping Debs will be willing to sit down and talk with John Quinn. Maybe he can explain to Quinn just what he's getting into.
I promise you, Mr. Ness. If he's been mistreated, you'll hear about it from the press.
He's being treated very well. I made sure of that.
Well, this may be a first in the history of the American labor movement.
Mr. Debs, it's an honor.
I don't believe the feds ever convened a strike meeting before. Certainly not in the bowels of a maximum security prison.
I'll get out of your way. Don't hesitate to let the guard know if you need anything.
You know, the only thing that Al Capone and I agree about
is the constitutionality of the 18th Amendment.
Debs, I have to be realistic. I have to worry about putting food on the table for our members and for their families. How do I fight owners like Lyman, who hire goons to beat us into submission, to kill us?
Well, all I can say is that if you win with Capone's help, you'll become his errand boy. Your dues and your pension fund will be drained into the Capone sewer.
He's not as bad a man as you think he is, Mr. Debs.
Did you read Dory Green's article about Capone?
Yes.
She described Capone's hands, John. His hands are manicured. No calluses. She called them elegant. It's a metaphor. Those aren't working man's hands, and they don't belong to a man with a working man's heart either. Think about it, John. Next time you see Capone, look at his hands.
Quinn. I don't know what Deb's told you in there. I can imagine what you've been hearing from Capone. John, it's up to you. I think you're a good man. I think you're a man of principle. Listen to that voice inside of you. Don't sell yourself short.
Well, which way is he gonna go?
I don't know, Mike. I honestly don't know.
That's it? I'll take your offer to the membership, Mr. Lyman, but I'm going to recommend they vote against it.
Don't worry, Quinn will be here.
Did he say anything about why he called the meeting?
Lyman made an unacceptable offer. He agreed to the 30-cent wage increase, but he refuses to recognize the union. And he rejected our proposals for both the pension plan and the 10-hour day.
At least we got our jobs back.
We've come this far, Brother Megan. We'd be crazy to back down now.
Trouble learning. You don't learn the hard way. You don't learn the easy way. Well, I guess you're gonna have to learn the only way. What it doing about, Quinn? The strike's over. Finish the job, boys.
How are you, John? I want you to know something. You're a hero to every decent person in this city. You showed a lot of courage, John. You surprised a lot of people, including me. You took this strike a hell of a lot further than anyone ever thought you would. Your job from now on is to rest and get better. We're gonna take care of everything else for you. We're gonna need you at full strength when this thing is over. I wanted to give you these. My mother gave them to me. I'm with you, John.
Johnson, is that you?
Johnson. We're here to deliver a message. This strike of yours. It's causing the city of Chicago a lot of distress. Mr. Capone thinks maybe you're not aware of the suffering.
Our kids ain't getting the milk they need to stay healthy.
Unfortunately, Mr. Capone, he's in a position to bring fresh milk down from Milwaukee for Sonny and his classmates.
But most people ain't so lucky. Their kids' teeth are going soft.
That's a standard contract we negotiated with Diamond Freightways and some of the other delivery outfits. Mr. Capone would like you to read it and then to sign it.
You're out of your mind.
Just think about it, Lyman. Finally, the decision's yours. Oh, by the way, you better get that. I heard there was an explosion at your dairy. A big explosion.
Boss, we've got big problems. The warehouse just went up.
We have won a great victory. We now work for the first unionized dairy in the city of Chicago. We, on this side of the table, have a lot to be proud of. We all have jobs waiting for us. We have a pension plan and a 10-hour day. We'll all be back to work tomorrow morning.
I just had a word with a friend of mine up at the 23rd Precinct. He's got a witness who might have seen one of the Gleason killers.
Who?
Well, judging from the description, it could be our old friend Frank Nitti. The only snag is that the witness has suddenly developed a case of amnesia once he realized that Nitti worked for Capone.
Capone, that son of a bitch.
Congratulations.
Maybe now that the strike is over, you'll find time to go after Bugs Moran. For the killing of Michael Gleason, remember?
Well, we want Moran for a lot of things, but the Gleason hit isn't one of them.
We think Capone killed your friend, John. Now he's pretending to be your ally.
He's playing you like a $2 fiddle.
Of course, you would say anything to tarnish a labor victory, wouldn't you?
It's no victory if you have to sell out every moral principle that you believe in.
I've sold out nothing. The victory is for these guys, Mr. Ness. They put their lives on the line. That's why we won. We have history on our side. We're part of a crest and wave, and nothing you and the feds can do will stop it.
John, good to see you. Come on in. You know, we've been worried about you. I know that Al's been very concerned.
Johnny! How you doing? It's good to see you. How you feeling? Huh?
Much better, thanks.
It's nice here, huh? It's comfortable. Well, that's the way I like it. I'm not gonna beat around the bush with you, Johnny. I think that you're a natural-born leader. You're the kind of guy that we've been looking for. You got courage, you're a fighter, and you're a proven winner. You're also a man of the people. And believe me, that's a very special gift. You're the kind of guy who could front our labor deals for years to come. That's why I want you to run for the Labor Steering Committee and the Building Trades Council.
Those are elected positions.
Trust me, John.
You run for those positions. With our help, you're gonna win.
I wanted to give this to you personally. A healthy strike fund is the strongest bargaining chip.
That's a lot of money.
And we're going to keep you real busy, John. There's no question about that. The steering committee meets once a month, but that's just a formality. It's a bunch of older guys, let's face it. You can't expect them to think like we do. Now, the first piece of business is I want to organize the cab drivers. And I want you to be in charge of that. Now, we got a little bit of an edge in this cab situation. Turns out your friend Lyman is a major stockholder in the State Street Cab Company.
Now, that's the largest outfit in the city. Now, you tell Lyman, if he wants his milk delivered on time, he's got to play ball with the cabs.
I can't do that, Al. It wouldn't be right. I already have a deal with Lyman.
Lyman will understand, John. He's a businessman. Trust me. They do these kind of things to each other all the time. It's kind of like a big chess game. You want to ride home?
I'll take the streetcar, thanks.
The streetcar, huh? You're a labor leader now, John. Labor leaders, they don't take no streetcars. It's yours.
You don't have to give me a car.
I know it, John. I want you to have it. You and me, John. We're going to do great things together. We're going to do great things for the working man. Come here. I'm proud of you. Now get out of here, you bum. Hey, you don't like this one, we'll get you another one in a week, huh? Give my best to the family, John.
We lost him.
Perhaps we did.
Is this the way life is, Mike? Or is it just the way life is in this town?
In Chicago, Elliot.
Listen to that voice inside you. Inside you. Inside you.
Capone's hands are manicured. Look at his calluses. Look at She called them elegant.
You're a good man. Don't sell yourself short. John, it's up to you.
Sir, you want yourself a car? It's all yours. I'm a streetcar man.
Oh, Pete. God bless you, pal.
মোচা দিয়ে পায়েস করা যায় এই আইডিয়াটা কোথা থেকে আসলো?
তো ইনোভেটিভ কিছু করি ভালো হবে। অসাধারণ, মানে আমার সাইড থেকে 10 on 10 আনো দিচ্ছা।
ঢাকার দিবা এবং সেই সাথে বগুড়ার তামান্না আপনাদের রেসিপি নিয়ে দ্রুত চলে আসো।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম। ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। শেফ, আজকে আমি মোচা দিয়ে, কলার মোচা দিয়ে, গরুর মাংসের কিমা দিয়ে এবং ডাল দিয়ে একটু ভুনা করেছি এবং সাথে ওটাকে আমাদের বগুড়ায় এঁটে বলে, থোর যেটা, এটা দিয়ে আমি চিংড়ি মাছ দিয়ে একটা সবজি করেছি।
আর সাথে করেছি ঘিয়ে ভাত আর হচ্ছে মোচার পায়েস।
মোচা দিয়ে পায়েস করা যায় এই আইডিয়াটা কোথা থেকে আসলো?
তো ইনোভেটিভ কিছু করি ভালো হবে।
মোচার ফ্লেভারস পায়েসে কিভাবে দিয়েছেন?
মোচাটাকে ক্লিন করে পরিষ্কার করে নিয়ে এটাকে চপ করে কেটে নিয়েছি, দেন তারপর এটাকে একটু ঘিয়ে ভেজে পায়েস হয়ে যাওয়ার আগে দিয়ে, যেন এটা সেদ্ধ হয় সেই হিসেবে আগে এটা দিয়ে ফেলেছি, দিয়ে দেন পায়েসের সঙ্গে মিক্স করে সার্ভ করেছি আর কি।
প্লেটিংটা অনেক সুন্দর।
থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।
সেগমেন্ট করে দেওয়া চিংড়ি আর বিফকে এখানে মোচার পাতাটা ইউজ করা, আই থিঙ্ক দিস ওয়াজ এ স্মার্ট আইডিয়া। একসাথে দুটোকে না দিয়ে এখানে দ্য ইউসেজ অফ দ্য ইনগ্রিডিয়েন্ট আই থিঙ্ক পারফেক্টলি ব্লেন্ড করে আপনার আলুর সাথে। সো এটা স্মার্ট ছিল। দিস টেস্ট রিয়েলি গুড। পায়েসটার ব্যাপারে আমি বলবো, আমাকে যদি আপনি না বলতেন যে এটাতে মোচা আছে, এটা বোঝার কোনো ওয়ে নাই। সো টেস্টটা প্রপারভাবে পায়েসের ভিতরে ঢুকে যায়নি। এটা আপনি বলাতে আমি জানি ইটস আ মোচা পায়েস বাট এমনি মজা টেস্ট ওয়াইজ ইজ গুড বাট মোচা ফ্লেভার ইজ বোঝা যাচ্ছে না ওভারঅল গুড ট্রাই
থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।
আমার কাছে ভালো লেগেছে, চিংড়ি মাছটা বেশি ভালো লেগেছে কিমার চাইতে, কারণ মোচার সাথে ফিশটা আসলে বেশি ভালো লাগে। তারপরেও কিমা দিয়ে করা হয়েছে, এটা একটা নতুন জিনিস, এটা ভালো লাগলো। আর পায়েসের ক্ষেত্রে আমি শেফের সাথে একদমই একমত। না বললে কিন্তু এটা বোঝা যায় না যে এখানেও মোচা।
অ্যামাউন্টটা একটু বাড়িয়ে দিই,
মানে ওটার অ্যামাউন্টটা একটু বাড়িয়ে দিলে, চালটা একটু কমিয়ে দিলে তাহলে দুটোরই বাইটে বাইটে পাওয়া যেত। এই আদারওয়াইজ খুব ভালো ছিল, টিম ওয়ার্ক ভালো ছিল।
আমার কাছে কিন্তু পুরো বিষয়টাই অনেক বেশি ইন্টারেস্টিং লেগেছে। চিংড়ি দিয়ে করেছেন, পুরো ডিশটাই খেতে অ্যামেজিং এবং স্পাইস লেভেলটা একদম খুব মজার ভাত দিয়ে খাওয়ার জন্য, যেহেতু ঘিতে ভেজেছেন না ভাতটা। আর পায়েস নিয়ে যদি আমি বলি, মোচা দিয়ে চিন্তা করেছেন যেটা যে ডেজার্ট হয়, জি এটাই তো অনেক মানে দারুণ বিষয়, তাই না?
থ্যাংক ইউ,
অসাধারণ। মানে আমার সাইড থেকে 10 on 10 আমি দিচ্ছি আপনাকে।
আমি একটা কথা শুধু বলবো, অ্যাড করবো শুধু, আমার কাছে ঘি ভাত শব্দটা এত ভালো লেগেছে, আমাকে সেই ছোটোবেলায় নিয়ে গেছে। আমার দাদি এটা খুব করতেন, ওই সময়টায় ঘি ভাতটা খুব পপুলার ছিল, পোলাও টোলাও চাইতো, আর এটা অনেক হেলদি। থ্যাংক ইউ। ঘি ভাত নামটা শুনে আমাকে একটা নস্টালজিয়ায় পেয়ে গেল।
আমরা এটা ভাতের চাল দিয়েই করেছি।
আমরা খাই ভাতের চালে উপরে একটু ঘি দিয়ে দেওয়া হয়, এটা খুবই ভালো হেলদি জিনিস।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
কস্টিং ঠিক আছে, এই যাবেন।
কুকিংয়ের সময় আমাদের টিমওয়ার্কটা তামান্নাপুর সাথে আমার ভালোই ছিল। সেই ক্ষেত্রে আমরা যেটা করেছি, আমরা দুজন একসাথে আগে ডিসাইড করেছি আমরা কি কি করব, এরপর একসাথে করে আমরা স্টোরে গিয়ে সব কিছু কালেক্ট করে আমরা দুইজন দুইটা রান্না করি, সব কিছু আমরা শেয়ার করে করেছি। আর আমি হচ্ছে যে মাচা দিয়ে হচ্ছে একটা ফিরনি করার চেষ্টা করেছি। তামান্নাপু যে থোড় দিয়ে যে আইটেমটা করে কিমা দিয়ে যে ভুনা করি আমরা, সেটাও আমি ওনাকে হেল্প করে রাখি। তো দুইজনের একই সাথে মানে আমরা ভালোই কাজ করেছি আজকে।
রান্না শুরুর পালা, এবং আপনারা সবাই জানেন যে আমাদের বিজ্ঞ বিচারকেরা গত পর্বের মতো এবারও আপনাদের সময় দিয়েছে 1 ঘন্টা। এই 1 ঘন্টার মধ্যে রান্না কমপ্লিট করতে হবে, প্লেটিং করতে হবে, কিচেন ক্লিন করতে হবে, এবং অবশ্যই খুবই ইম্পর্টেন্ট যে পার্ট সেটা হচ্ছে কস্টিং। সো আজকে আমরা সবাই চাই এই 8টি টিম যেন খুব প্রপারলি সব কিছু কমপ্লিট করে। ওকে, সো আপনাদের সময় শুরু হচ্ছে এখন।
বসাবো পানি দিব না, এই যে পানি দেন
ডালটা দিই তো।
এটারও অনেক এটা
এটার সাইডগুলো দেখতে খুব লাভ করে নিতে যেটা আগে ভেজে দোস্ত কালকে না আমি লাইভ কোকোনাট গিভ আর গিভ আচ্ছা চিলি কোকোনাট গিভ পানি
আপনাদের কিন্তু আমি ব্রেকআপটা কি লাগে এই তিনটা গ্লাস না কিন্তু অবশ্যই অনেক সিস্টেম Selamat. Snare.
যেটা ট্যাংরা মাছ দিয়ে করেছেন ডাল দিয়ে থোর রান্না করেছেন সেটাও খুব ভালো লেগেছে আপনাদের টিম ওয়ার্ক করতে কি কোনো ঝামেলা হয়েছিল
না
এটা খেয়ে মনে হচ্ছে যে এটা মোচার কোফতা ইট টেস্ট লাইক মোচা
ঢাকার রূপা এবং রাজশাহীর মৌসুমী কবি টিম ডি চলে আসুন।
আমরা আজকে করেছি মোচার কোপ্তা কারি বিনি চালের ভাত আর ট্যাংরা মাছ দিয়ে থোরের হচ্ছে ঝোল সঙ্গে ডাল আছে কাতকি মাছ দিয়েছি প্রোটিনটা একটু বাড়ানোর জন্য মানে অ্যাড করেছি আর কি
আপনাদের টিম ওয়ার্ক করতে কি কোনো ঝামেলা হয়েছিল
না
ফুড টেস্ট নিয়ে যদি বলি যেটা কলার মানে মোচাটা দিয়ে যেটা কোপ্তা করেছেন রাইট জি এটাতে আবার কাচকি মাছ দিয়েছেন খুব সামান্য পরিমাণ দেওয়া আছে মানে এটার যে কি ফ্লেভার মানে এটা মালাইকারি মনে হচ্ছে না কি মনে হচ্ছে
কারেন মালাই
মানে আমি বলছি যে আমার কাছে কি আমি মালাই কোফতা খাচ্ছি না কি খাচ্ছি কোনো কাচকি মাছের আছে না একটা ফিশি স্মেল থাকে খুব সামান্য একটু
থোরের যে ফ্লেভারটা যেন নষ্ট না হয়েছে যে ওইটার পথর বলছে আবার আমি আবারও মোচা বলি তো মোচার ফ্লেভারটা যেন ওইটা নষ্ট না হয় এই জন্য খুব সামান্য একটু দিয়েছি
ফ্লেভারফুল খুবই মজা আউটস্ট্যান্ডিং আর চালটা তো ভালো লেগেছে যেটা ট্যাংরা মাছ দিয়ে করেছেন ডাল দিয়ে থোর রান্না করেছেন সেটাও খুব ভালো লেগেছে
থ্যাংক ইউ হ্যাঁ ট্যাংরা মাছটা চুজ করাতে আমার খুব ভালো লেগেছে কাটাটাও ভালো হয়েছে বগুলি কাটার কিন্তু একটা স্টাইল আছে
জি ম্যাম এটা গোল করে কেটে
যদি থাকে তাহলে মানে এটা গলায় লাগে তো ঝোল করে রান্না করা হয়েছে ওয়াইজ ডিসিশন ছিল আর তার সাথে ফিশটাও
বড়াটা দেখে আসলে এত লোভনীয় লাগছিল যে এটা আগেই এটা ফ্রাই করি বাট এটা যখন আমি খেলাম সেম প্রবলেম সেম চিউই লাগছে ব্লেন্ড হয়নি সব ভেতরের ইনগ্রিডিয়েন্টসগুলো একটু কাছাকাছি রয়ে গেছে
আপনাদের টিমটা আই ফেল্ট ওয়াজ দ্য স্ট্রংগেস্ট টুডে অ্যান্ড এক্সপেকটেশন অনেক বেশি ছিল
জয়পুরহাটের কুমু এবং ঢাকার শিয়াজুতি চলে আসুন আপনাদের রেসিপি নিয়ে
ওয়ালাইকুম জাজেস ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম হ্যালো আমরা আজকে বানিয়েছি শেফ সাদা ভাত আর কলার থোড়ের হচ্ছে একটা মুইঠা যেটাকে আমরা বলি চাপও বলি সোজা কথা বড়া আর থোড়েরই একটা চাটনি বানিয়েছি বড়ার সাথে খাওয়ার জন্য মানে টক থোড় আছে এটাতে শুধু ব্লেন্ড করা আর হচ্ছে কলার মোচা দিয়ে একটা ভাজি বানিয়েছি এখানে আমরা শুধু আলু দিয়েছি কারণ এখানে কোনো প্রোটিন বা অন্য কোনো মাছ মাংস অ্যাড করিনি যাতে ওইটারই ফ্লেভারটা থাকে
লুক ওয়াইজ মানে দেখতে খুব ভালো লাগছে প্রেজেন্টেশন খুবই সুন্দর বড়াটা দেখে আসলে এত লোভনীয় লাগছিল যে এটা কাইন্ড অফ পেঁয়াজুর মতন মনে হচ্ছিল বড়া আমার কাছে মনে হচ্ছিল আগেই এটা ফ্রাই করি বাট এটা যখন আমি খেলাম সেম প্রবলেম সেম চিউই লাগছে ব্লেন্ড হয়নি সব ভেতরের ইনগ্রিডিয়েন্টসগুলো একটু কাছাকাছি রয়ে গেছে স্পাইসেস যা আছে এটার ফ্লেভারগুলো বোঝা যাচ্ছে আর এটাও থোড় দিয়ে করেছেন না মোচা দিয়ে করেছেন
এটা
মোচা দিয়ে করছেন এটা তো সেম যে ছোটো ছোটো করে কিউব করেছেন বাট এই যে দু একটা কিউব একটু বড় এটাও যখন বাইট দিচ্ছি সেম চিউই লাগছে একমাত্র মনে হয় আমার কাছে আপনাদের চাটনিটা সবচাইতে বেস্ট মানে এই চাটনিটা আমাকে যদি বলেন খেতে সব কিছু দিয়ে আমি আপনাদের কাছ থেকে এই রেসিপিটা নিয়ে যাব চাটনিটা অনেক ভালো বাট শুধু চাটনি দিয়ে তো পার পাওয়া যাবে না
I totally agree with Nam. এটা দেখে আপনি যখন প্রথমে প্লেটটা রেখেছিলেন আমার অনেক খেতে ইচ্ছা করছিল, অনেক লোভনীয় লাগছিল, বাট অ্যাজ সুন অ্যাজ আই টেক আ বাইট I was expecting it to be crunchy, to crispy হবে, but it's very flat. Chutney, I think it's wow. So chutney ta diye khele overall এটা ভাল লাগে, but by itself খেলে it doesn't taste significant কোনো, it's not tasting wow, it's not tasting any good. Same goes for this. আপনি যেটা বলছেন ওটার সাথে কথার সাথে ফুডটা মিলে না। আপনাদের টিমটা I felt was the strongest today and expectation অনেক বেশি ছিল. I thought something great is going to come out of it, but it wasn't your day today.
এটা মুই খা যেটা বললে বানিয়েছো ভেরি ড্রাই, ওর মধ্যে অন্য একটা কিছু ইনগ্রেডিয়েন্টস ইউজ করলে ওটা একটু খেতে ফ্রাঞ্চিনেসও থাকতো, বাট আর একটু সফট হতো, মুখে বাইতে ভালো লাগতো। চাটনিটা ভালো ছিল। আর যেটা আরেকটা করেছো আলুর পিসটা আর এই যে কলার মোচার পিস, হ্যাঁ একটা কিউব হয়ে গেছে আর আরেকটা কুচি কুচি হয়েছে। ঠিক এইটা যেরকম পিস করা হয়েছিল আলুটাও যদি সেম পিস করা হতো তখন খেতে ভাল লাগে।
দুটো জিনিস, কস্টিংটা কখন করা হয়েছে?
কস্টিং আমরা হচ্ছে প্লেটিংয়ের আগে করেছি।
প্লেটিংয়ের আগে কস্টিং করা হয়েছে?
জি।
সময় শেষ হওয়ার আগে?
ও পিছনে কস্টিং করছিল, আমি বড় হাঁটছিলাম।
দ্যাটস নাম্বার 1. নাম্বার 2 ইজ স্টেশন দেওয়া আছে, কাজ আমরা সব স্টেশনেই করব। আমি এখান থেকে দেখছিলাম যে ইউ গাইজ আর ইউজিং পিছনের ওই টেবলটা, এটা তো একটা আনফেয়ার অ্যাডভান্টেজ হয়ে যায়, রাইট? সবার কাছে একটা স্টেশন আছে, সো উই উইল ইউজ অনলি দ্য স্টেশন। অন্য কোনো প্রপস, পিছনের টেবিল এগুলো আমরা ইউজ করতে পারবো না। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Ui, hồi máu kinh quá. Có lẽ anh mơ về một giấc mơ, về một hạnh phúc đang kề trên mi ai. Có biết chăng nơi này có lẽ anh đã quên rồi. Nhưng ngón tay ta đàn chặt. Bém. Tiếng lắp đồ gì ta? Every night alone. Nước mắt cứ rơi khiến em baby. Every night alone. Nhưng vẫn bố anh ngọt này không ngày không ra ấy sao hết, thằng con ra quen. Xem nào. Không sai, em không có đúng sai. Tất cả tất kỹ bằng tất cả những gì anh có em cho. Oh my god, đây nó có tí ạ. Có lẽ anh mơ chỉ là giấc mơ về một hạnh phúc. Guitar kìa, còn guitar 2 á. Thế cái lấy rồi à? Có lẽ anh đã quên rồi. Ôi đương. Guitar 2 không? Đèn thế. Every night alone. Ê, cụ này 50 tiền cái khó quá. Hai nhìn khổ vẫn chưa có ấy ạ. Ui nó lên 9 rồi. Backup update thế. Gặp ai đấy? Ui. Nào thằng nó xoay bài à? Khó khăn á. Nhọt mình cả phết. Cái tao một cả phết. Cái tao một vẫn cứ gọi là có đam. Không có tướng nào luôn buồn. Sự là một sự đen đủi á. Mua lên 9 rồi kìa, 950 tiền ạ. Ui kinh thế. Anh thường hay vẫn nằm mơ về một ngôi nhà, về một nơi chỉ có hai ta. Bỏ căn trường này đi à, thêm virus, thay bằng con virus này. Hay á. Hay lên chat nhỉ, lên chat thêm con virus vào nhỉ. Không, ta đã bet idea ấy. Bốn hỏa 50 cho tụi đánh. Cực flash đấy, cực flash đấy. Ui, sen 2 này. Ai da. Đây là cấp gì tiếp. Ui, toàn ra cái đồ đéo. 600 máu. Đánh hạt đi. Đông đấy. Đấy rồi. Sau lời niệu chúng ta gặp nhau vẫn sẽ mỉm cười, hay là chỉ lướt qua. Giáp. Bay lên đấy. Thầy mất em lòng anh thế này, say mê nói về anh ta, về cuộc hẹn hò ngày hôm qua. 300 mét à? Giờ như rằng mình sẽ vui. Tìm vỡ ra thành trăm anh rồi. Mãi là bạn tốt nhé bro. Hai thằng này hôn nhau ở chấm hai súc vật.
Đồng loại xin đừng ăn thịt nhau. Nhà tôi nhà đồng loại xin đừng ăn thịt nhau tôi nhà. Đồng loại xin đừng ăn thịt nhau. Anh đố Fortnite cái gì đấy? Ôi không, anh tụ Fortnite. Em đừng bao giờ khóc.
Nếu mà sao gọi nó tính một nơi, rơi một nơi mà.
Nghiêm giác.
Nghiêm giác à? Rơi cách tận 300 mét.
Trông nghiêm chất nhỉ.
Tôi xây nhà cũng
hơn thế nào. Ôi ơi. Mấy con vợ cắt quá cắt tóc qua nhìn cu tê điên. Nó mặc cái quần cái phong cách như đi chân bò ấy. Mấy thằng team barbershop ấy. Chơi con vợ trông cu tê lắm, mặc quần áo trông cu tê lắm. Nhớ cả một đời. Có đẹp đâu. Được cái đắt. Mưa nói mới đừng đi về nơi có anh ta đang đứng chờ.